What a night at the World Cup. We had goals flying in, a potential game of the tournament contender, and a few teams really laying down the marker. Let's start with Germany. Germany got their World Cup campaign off to a flying start with a 7-1 win over Curaçao. Now, 7 goals is impressive no matter who you're playing against, especially in the World Cup. But Curaçao are probably one of the weakest teams in this tournament, and Germany weren't exactly tested here. They looked sharp, clinical, and dangerous going forward, but I don't think we've learned a huge amount about how good this German side actually is just yet. The real test will come when they face stronger opposition later in the group stage and in the knockout stages, and that's when we'll find out whether Germany are genuine contenders for this World Cup, or if this game was just them beating up a team that they was supposed to win against. Netherlands got a 2-2 draw against Japan, and this might have been the game of the night, to be honest. Japan once again showed why they are one of the most difficult teams to play against in international football. They're organised, they're energetic, and technically excellent. The Netherlands, they had their moments and probably expected to take all 3 points, but Japan just kept on fighting and earned a fully deserved draw. Both sides will probably feel they could have won it, but for the neutral, this was an excellent advert for the World Cup. Next up, we had Ivory Coast 1, Ecuador 0, and this game was much tighter. Ivory Coast managed to edge it with the only goal of the game, and they showed plenty of resilience to see the result out. But Ecuador did have their chances, and they hit the bar a couple of times, and they put the Ivorians under a lot of pressure late on, but Ivory Coast defended brilliantly, picked up what could prove to be a massive 3 points in that group. And then in the early hours of this morning, we had Sweden against Tunisia. Sweden absolutely turned on the style here. 5 goals, plenty of attacking football, and one of the most impressive performances we've seen so far in this tournament. Tunisia simply couldn't cope with Sweden's movement and finishing, and if the Swedes can keep producing performances like that, they'll fancy their chances of going deep into this competition. Now let's look ahead to tonight's matches and my predictions. So we've got Spain against Cape Verde. I think Spain could put on a bit of a show here. Their technical quality should completely dominate possession, and Cape Verde may spend most of the game defending. If Spain get an early goal, this could get ugly pretty quickly. I've gone for a comfortable 5-0 win for Spain. And then we've got Belgium against Egypt. This one could be much closer than people think. Belgium have the strongest squad on paper, but Egypt are well organised and dangerous on a counter-attack. I still think Belgium's quality will shine through, but I can definitely see Egypt getting on the score sheet, so I've gone for 2-1 to Belgium. Up next, we got Saudi Arabia against Uruguay. Now, Saudi Arabia are always capable of causing problems, as we've seen in previous World Cups, but Uruguay's experience and attacking quality should be enough. I expect them to control the game and eventually pull away with a professional 2-0 victory. And then to finish off the night, we'll have Iran against New Zealand. Now, this is probably my boldest prediction of the night. Most people will probably have Iran as favourites, but New Zealand have looked well organised recently, and I think this could be one of those tight, scrappy World Cup games decided by a single moment. I've got a feeling the Kiwis might just nick it 1-0, and Iran have had all these visa issues, so let's see what happens. Those are my predictions, but what do you think? Which score am I getting completely wrong? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to follow for daily World Cup reviews, previews, and predictions throughout the tournament.